So, it's Monday, it's nearly 4:30. This isn't matching reality. I mean, look at the colour on my hand compared to my face. Isn't that funny? By it doesn't mean match reality, it literally means I feel so exhausted, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open, I feel run down and ill like I did for a good week and a half during Vlogmas. If you watch the Vlogmas where I'm going on about struggling to keep awake, that's how I felt for nearly 24 hours now. So I've just got ready. I've got like a grey long sleeve t-shirt on and I've got the lightest blue jeans on I own. I didn't even wear these once last year or this year, which is technically last year for you now as you're watching this. But they're the only jeans I've got ironed, and my dress was downstairs because I've got those two dresses that are identical. I was going to put one of them on, but it would have meant going downstairs, getting them, getting a pair of tights, getting my boots, coming back up and putting them on up here. So I went through my wardrobe to see what I had. You know, like these are what they'll do. So I'm just going to go to Tesco, and I'm kind of a little bit dreading it because I feel like it's going to be busy. But welcome to my second weekly vlog. Like, I don't know how the first one went because it's not even gone up yet. So I'm hoping you like the new format or setup or whatever you want to call it, because I'm hoping to keep it for the year. Who thinks that Tesco's going to be absolutely rammed full? It's going to be about 5 o'clock when I get there, and it shuts at 10 for one full day. So who thinks I'm going to go and it's going to be hectic and it's going to stress me out? I'm voting it's going to stress me out. I don't even know what I want. I know I want to get enough stuff so I don't have to go to the shop till Friday, but whether or not that's going to happen is another story. And it's only because I don't want to leave the house, because I feel absolutely exhausted. Like, literally, I reckon I could go to sleep right about now. And as I'm filming this, I've got 5 videos going up today. The next one's due up in an hour and a half. But I've not got my 9 o'clock one up because they're taking 4 to 5 hours to upload on Wi-Fi. I wanted to be back by now. My plan was to go out at 2, then 3, then 4. And I thought I'll come back and I'll upload as much as I can on Wi-Fi, and then the rest on 3G, which is running out fast. But the longer I take to leave the house... Oh, my hair's nice and straight now. Won't be straight when I come back. But the longer I take to leave the house and the longer I'm out, the less time I'll be able to spend uploading it without Wi-Fi. And it's like a 35-minute video. And I don't want to do that on 4G. I wanted to get at least... I think it's taking an hour per 10 minutes. So if I get back for 6... and let it do it till about 8:30, because I still need to write the description box and I want to watch Ab Fab Tonight, the movie. I keep leaving my car key in my coat and I need to stop doing it because then I never find it. And I only put my hand in my pocket because I was after seeing how much cash I've got. Which I don't have, and oh, I do. £15, yeah, good luck with that. Go see what I can get out the bank. So, yeah, I doubt I'll be back for 6. I hate going out the house, especially when I've not been out for a few days, but it was only Friday, so I shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see. I'll talk to you at some point, probably at Tesco. Probably when I get there, when I see how busy it is, I'll be like, oh my god, it's busy. Actually, my dog's in her bed. Been sat on the car park for like 20 minutes. I'm just so tired and I want to go to bed, and I'm feeling like I'm getting a cold or something, which I don't want, but my dad's had one for nearly a month now and he's on antibiotics, but he's still keeping me awake all night with his bloody cough. It's driving me crazy. Like, the trolley guy's just got all the trolleys out the trolley thing and he's stacking them up. He's like walking around to all the other trolley things and bringing them back one by one to the, like, where I'm looking at now. And he's slowly walking back to them. So I was waiting for him to like walk and put them in the trolley park so then I could walk up and get them. But he's just messing around. Like, I don't think he even wants to be here doing his job, but I don't blame him. it's like, yeah, I'm talking to myself. It's not as busy as New Year's, well, it is New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, but it is later in the day. But it's about to turn 5 o'clock, so I think it's going to get busier. So I need to go and get a trolley and get in, I guess. Can't wait to get back in my car. I'm so tired. I had this the other week, if you remember, if you watched my Vlogmas. And I've got antibiotics, but I'm saving them in case I get really ill and I can't get to my doctors or I don't want to go. Like, I could have gone to doctors today, triage this, but I didn't want to. But then again, I did fall asleep, so I didn't know I was going to be this ill. I just spent £52 and I got 3 bags, and like the shelves were like practically empty. It's like people have gone in, like there's an apocalypse. Like there's like, it's shutting for a day and people just gone and bought everything. So then I walk around like, don't want to know what I want. Got lots of random things, I'll show you when I get home. It's 20 to 6. So I went out with really straight hair. Then I put my coat on and then this happens. I've just walked in and it's nearly 7 o'clock. I need to get the shopping out and I'll show you what I've got. And I'm going to have to upload my video using 4G. Even though I've got 10 megabytes. Is it megabytes? Or is it gigabytes? Whatever it is left out of 30. And I've still got nearly 3 weeks left until it goes back to 30. And that's because I've been uploading a lot on 4G. But I want that vlog up. Stop eating your foot. I can see you. Yeah. She's like, how did she know? I could see her. I did want to film a video because I'm getting sick. I wanted to do a story time video. Which story time did I want to do? Oh yeah, I know which one I want to do. Because if there's any chance of a new video going up tomorrow, for me, but last Tuesday for you, it needs to be a story time. And I have got story times that I filmed in May last year, and I've got like a part 2 and 3 to a part 1 that I put up in like maybe July time, and I'm saving that, not for any particular reason, just because I need to find the part 1 so I can link it in that video. So I'm going to try and film a story time. I'm not getting changed or anything like I've got. I might brush my hair. But yeah, let's get the shopping out. She's looking at me outside. Do you want to see the dog? She's still with Mr. Giraffe. She adores Mr. Giraffe. He's filthy though. Have you seen the colour of him? But I know he wouldn't last in the washing machine, so I don't know how to clean him. Any tips? Let me know in the comments. Look at that cute face though. So the shopping was like about £51 and there was a meal deal. I've had the drink, my dad's had the sandwich and crisp, and there was a sausage roll. Everything else is here. So I got Tesco ironing water. I don't think I need any yet, but I was in that section and I just picked it up. I got a 2 litre bottle of Evian. These are the last 2 fresh gravies. I was getting the, is it Tesco Finest one? And that's what I tried to get, but there was literally none left on the shelf, and these were the last 2 gravies. I don't even know what flavour gravy it is, like made with merlot, thyme and porcini mushrooms. Oh, is it a vegetarian gravy? Oh my god, it is. Yeah, no wonder there was 2 of them left. I really liked having these when I first discovered them in Asda about 4 months ago. They're £1.40 each in Tesco, or 2 for £2, so basically it's £1 each. That's what I typically would have paid for them in Asda. I got some Pringles for my dad, they're still on offer for £1.24. Paracetamol, Nurofen. I don't think I've ever had a Muller Lite. I'm quite fussy when it comes to yogurts, but I like the sound of banoffee pie flavour. So I thought I'd try that, and these have quickly become my favourite. I've got 1 or 2 in the fridge. I got a Savoy cabbage, the last pack of mini rolls, so I would have got a couple of packets because they're on offer for £1, but that was the last packet. I know that it's not Christmas anymore, but both of these reduced to 50p each. I'm going to enjoy making that and putting a design on for the dog, and hopefully she'll like them. I didn't know how much these were. It looked like they were reduced down to £1, but it didn't say on the label on the fit shelf that it was this down to £1, so I just picked up one, and I've just looked at the receipt and they are down to £1. If I would have known in the shop that they were only £1 each, I probably would have picked about 5 of them up. We do have 3 toilets, but then I would have had 2 backups for the 2 most used toilets, which is mine and the downstairs one. I picked up this for £1. Hopefully it'll help me clear the screen quicker so I don't have to sit there for ages. I should have kept that in my car, but I forgot. I picked these up, which go with that. They do have a spray as well. I think that's for when you're ironing as well. I'm not sure, unless it's a fabric refresher. And I've had this range before, but I did a lot of drying yesterday and I don't have any of these. I've not had any for ages, so that's what I initially was picking up, and I just picked up the matching water. We'll have a look in a minute, see what I've got. These were down to £1.25 I think, or £1.50, so I got her favourite ones. He's already got a packet of these, but the amount of Stilton cheese he's got, you know, 1 packet's not going to be enough. They had no dips except for individual ones. They didn't have a garlicky one, so I got this, but I might put some garlic in it to see if it'll taste alright. I did want the 4-pack that I got the other day, which I finished except for the cheesy bit. But that was all I could get my hands on. Got a loaf of bread. I got 2 low-fat custards. They were 70p each. And because of the long life, it doesn't matter if they don't get used. I don't know what date's on them. I don't typically buy long life anything. August next year, or this year as you're watching this. I got a cauliflower cheese for my dad. It's supposed to last him 2 sides with other sides, but he normally just plonks it all on his plate, which I think is very greedy. Not bad calorie wise though. Was it a third a pack? Or half a pack? Yeah, it's not too bad if you did. I got a mash. I didn't get the Tesco's own one. This is like another £1, but it had a longer life on. I think the other one had the 3rd on, and it's the 1st tomorrow, and I don't know what day I'm going to have it, so I like that it's got a longer date on. They were the only Brussels sprouts that were left, which are more expensive to do it this way, but got them. I got a double head of broccoli, a bag of carrots, Metcalf skinny popcorn in cinema sweet, that's on offer for £1. 6 Yorkshire puddings because New Year's Day we have beef. My dad doesn't like Yorkshire puddings all of a sudden for some reason. 3 energy drinks, I think I'm going to have one very soon because I feel like rubbish. 3 Dr Peppers, proper job, that's for my dad. I got one of these the other week, last week, and it's definitely been opened, I'll show it in a minute, and a tin of natural. So, as for ironing water, where is it? Have I used it? I might have finished it actually. Oh no, I haven't. I've got the Asda one. I know that without even looking at it. I think this is actually cheaper than the Tesco one. I think the Tesco one was £1.25 and I'm pretty sure this is 90p. But I do have a lot of ironing, so this will probably get used, so the replacement will be getting used pretty much straight away. And I have kept my cleaning cupboard tidy. Look at that. That's what I forgot to get because I only have 1 tea light left, or 2 tea lights left in my tea light burner. Great. I knew there was something I wanted. I could put these in the toilets as well. I've had these ages. Right, I'll show you that drink now as well. So this is the drink I got. It's the same one, but look where it is. So I think it's been opened even though it doesn't look like it has. Something's happened to it to make it that size. Because this one here is all the way up to the top. They do have a low fat version which I should have got because I've definitely put weight on. Oh, and I also got toilet rolls. And all that was like, I think the bill's here. Little focus. Focus, £52 one. Oh god, the focus on this camera is absolutely rubbish. I know you can probably see a lot of mess in here, and I can't actually see what's on monitor because the camera's like the screen's on the other side. But I'm going to make this my dog. I'm hoping you can see what I'm about to do. I know what I want to write on it. I wonder if this is actual real icing. Oh god, what's it come out wrong? I hope this dries, whatever it is. It's got these rice papers. I hope this dries because if it doesn't, she's going to potentially put this down on the carpet. So I'm hoping it does dry. Of course I didn't read any instructions because that's typically me. Would you want your dog to put that on a carpet? It's red as well, that would definitely stain it. It doesn't say, like, includes icing and 2 rice paper shapes. Then again, it could say underneath. I'm watching Abfab the movie. The final vlog of today's finally gone up. So there was one at 9 AM, 12 PM, 3 PM, 6 PM, 9 PM. But that is all my footage now. And I'm cooking. And I feel really ill. It's 3 in the morning on New Year's Day. And just in case you can see it whilst I'm talking, and I know because I'm holding it there, it's a Gaviscon. Do you know the tablets that dissolve in your mouth? So just in case I'm talking, you might see it at times, like I've moved it over there. It's because I've got like acid reflux, and the medication I'm on, my doctor reduced to half because it's linked with thin bones or thinning bones. So I'm struggling on just one a day. So she's like, take Gaviscon. Some days I take it. I do have the liquid as well, and some days I don't. But I definitely need it right now, so I'm taking it. So as you're watching this now, you will have already seen my first weekly vlog, but I don't know, as I'm filming this now, how it's been received, if it's like, if people watching it. I know, like, I'm happy with the views I get on the bi-weekly. I get around 40 to 50 on average views. Like, I would like to get around 50 on these weekly ones, more if possible. But I don't know what people think about me, like, cutting down to one vlog a week. I might do the odd extra one here and there if I'm having a good week, or if I'm doing something that I can separate into an individual vlog where there's enough material. But for my own sanity, I'm on one a week, and also you get to see me more recent than you have been doing. So it works for both of us, I guess, if you want to see me being, well, see my life more recent times. I don't fully know how I feel about that, because when I did Vlogmas, I did struggle with the idea that you knew what I'd done the day before, and I don't know why, because I used to always like film my vlogs the day before, like 2 years ago when I first got back into dailies, or when I first did dailies. So I don't know how I feel at the moment, but this is my second weekly vlog, and it's hard because I don't know how the weekly's been received so far. People might be like, what the hell are you doing? You used to do daily, then you went down to bi-weekly, and now you're doing weekly. What are you going to do next, monthly? Who knows, but I would like to do 52 vlogs, weekly vlogs. I mean, I might end up doing 200 daily vlogs as well, you never know. So I should be asleep, which is pretty obvious. It's 3 in the morning. I should be asleep. And I'm going to probably regret not going to bed hours ago, because I've got to get up in the morning. So even though I don't feel very well, pretty exhausted, have a temperature in my face, which actually has eased off a little bit this evening. I don't know why. Probably be back full on tomorrow. It was 38 degrees last night and this morning. I didn't do it this afternoon, but I felt hotter this afternoon than I felt yesterday, so it could have been higher. So basically, I've got to get up early because my dad wanted to go to football tomorrow. My dad never goes out on New Year's Day, and he never has done. And he didn't go to the football on Boxing Day, and he kicked off about it. And I said to him, you've never once been to football on Boxing Day, you've always stayed at home. You know, it's a bit selfish of you to go out and get drunk all day and come home, and then I have to put up with you when you're drunk, because it's an absolute nightmare. I dread it when I know he's going on an all-day drinking session. Like on Saturdays, I dread him coming home, because I know the noise that I'm going to have to put up with for hours and hours and hours, because he's drunk. And also the mess that he makes and everything else that goes along with him coming on paralytic. So I knew that the football was on tomorrow weeks ago, and I'm like, I said, I hope you're not thinking of going to football because it's New Year's Day. You know, you're always home on New Year's Day, you never go out. And he's like, oh, I think I'm going to football. Anyway, I think it was last Saturday or Sunday, the weekend just gone, or the end of last week, he said to me something about New Year's Day and the football. And I was like, oh, well, it doesn't matter because you're going to be at home, aren't you? And he's like, well, I want to go to the football. And I'm like, well, I think that's a little bit out of order, because it's like family time, even though like he never spends any time with me because he doesn't agree with some of my decisions, and also because he's not able to stop me from doing a lot of the things he once was able to stop me from doing, because other people are involved in my life, and there's like they're saying he's controlling me and stuff, and they're trying to stop him from controlling me, and he doesn't like it, so he's not very happy with me or the certain people who are helping me. I was like, you know, we always have a meal on New Year's Day, and like, because last year, if you remember, I got took in hospital, so then I didn't have my Christmas dinner until the Saturday. And then New Year's Day we went out for a meal, and we went out for this meal, and I wanted to go much later than we did, and he was like, oh no, I want to go out early, and it never clicked in my head a reason why he would want to go out earlier. So we went out for this meal, and I was still very ill, even though I'd gone back to work. I'd gone back to work one day, like the last Friday, like 2 days before, 3 days before, because I basically had no choice. They like made me get out of hospital just to go to work. So we were out having this meal, and he was rushing his meal, and I'm thinking, why is he rushing it? Because I was paying as well. I just thought, this is really rude. Like, he moans about like certain people in my family who go to meals, turn up bang on time, eat the food and leave, and like don't socialise. And he's there like rushing his meal and like moaning at me because of how long the service is taking. So we're getting towards the end of the meal, which he's rushing like crazy. He's like, can you drop me off in town? I'm like, what town? He's like, oh, I want to go and watch the second half of the football at the pub with his friend. And I'm like, are you being serious? You've just got me to bring you out for a meal, get me to pay for it. You've rushed through it, you've snapped at me numerous times because either the service is too slow because it was packed, or because I'm eating slower than you want me to. And now you want me to take you to town. And by the way, we was in a totally different town to the town he wanted to go to watch football in. We was like not even in the town that I live in. I don't know how many miles away it is. And then he expected me, whilst I was still very unwell, to drive him to the next town to where I live and drop him off so he could go and watch the second half of the match and get drunk and come home. Basically, that's what happened on New Year's Day last year. So, I think it was last Saturday morning, because he was obviously going to go, or Saturday lunchtime, because obviously he was going to go out for the day on Saturday, like he does every Saturday, and come home paralytic. So I stood in the kitchen, and I think he'd just brought me a Starbucks. And he was like, so what about football on Tuesday? And I was like, well, you don't normally go on New Year's Day. And he's like, well, he said something to me. And I was like, well, we've got food. We're having a meal, because he'd got a piece of beef. I'm like, we're having a meal. I said, if you were going out, you'd want to go out at 2 o'clock at the latest. And, you know, you're going to come in at 7, like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I said, I'm not either cooking a meal and eating by myself, and then you coming home paralytic and eating it, getting it all over the place and not appreciating it because you're drunk, or I'm not waiting till whatever time you come in to have my food, because that's unfair. Especially seeing as Christmas dinner we didn't have till 10 o'clock at night, and I had to push him to get it at that time. Like, it could have been 1, 2 in the morning, the speed he was going at. It was really ridiculous. So I'm like, you know, that's not happening, it's not fair. We always have a meal on New Year's Day. You can't just bugger off to the football all day and expect that to happen. So he was like, he started like throwing his weight around and acting like, do you know when they say people throw the toys out the pram? He basically did that in front of me after I said that. And I was like, why don't you just go to the football and come straight home, and then we'll cook the food together? He's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. And I'm like, well, you keep saying you want to watch the football. It doesn't mean you have to go out before, get, you know, drinking for a couple hours before and then go out all day afterwards. You can just go down to the match, watch the match, come straight home. Or I'll think about it. And then he stormed out the room. So I'm thinking, it's not even about watching the football. It's about going out and getting absolutely paralytic. It's not about watching football, because I just said, why don't you just go and watch the football and come straight home? And it became quite obvious straight away that he didn't even want to, it wasn't even about watching the football, it's about going out and getting drunk. Like, all he thinks about and all he does is get drunk, and it's causing him severe, like, health issues. He's got some quite serious health issues going on, and he won't even blame his excessive drinking. Like, I've known my dad more drunk than sober. Like, I've seen my dad drunk more than I've seen him sober. Drinking has always come first to him. Like, I remember when I was a teenager, I didn't have a winter coat for years. Like, the last time I remember having a winter's coat was when I was about 12. And then, like, 13, 14, 15, I didn't have a winter coat. And, like, I literally, 14 and 15, I had, like, a denim jacket, and that was my winter coat. I was always frozen. And, like, he didn't have much money at that time. But any spare money, it would either be in the pub, or we'd go to off-licence and bring alcohol home. He never thought once, oh, I'll just buy my daughter a coat, so if she does leave the house, she won't be cold. Like, I only had one outfit that I could wear outside the house, and a couple of, like, outfits to lounge around in the house. So instead of, like, buying me clothes, like most parents would buy their children clothes, his money, if he had any, would go on alcohol. And that's all that's ever mattered to my dad, is money. And me, like, basically being his wife, because that's all I've been since my mum left. That's all he wants. And he doesn't like that people are, like, seeing what's been going on and kind of getting involved, and he doesn't like it, and he's using all his tactics that he normally does to get me to back down. And so far I've not really backed down, and he's still putting pressure on me. Anyway, I think it was Saturday when he was out, he texted me something, and I just thought, if I, like, don't say to him, oh, go to the football, it doesn't matter, he's going to be an absolute bastard to me, basically. Not only on New Year's Day, but leading up to New Year's Day and after New Year's Day. Because going out and getting drunk is far more important than staying in and having a meal with your daughter. And that will be it. And based on how he is with me anyway, and how he is when he doesn't, like, if he misses going to the pub, he's horrible to me. So I just thought, you know what, it's not worth it, because if I don't say to him, oh, you might as well just go out drinking for the day, he will be horrible to me all day. And the way I feel, I don't need it. But it's a bit much when alcohol comes first, and it always has come first. And I should be used to it, but you'd think as he gets older, and he's quite ill. Like, and he went out on an all-day bender Saturday, and he wasn't even out that long compared to how long he's normally out. And he was really ill all day Sunday, and he's still struggling today. Yet if he hadn't gone out Saturday, he wouldn't have been ill all day Sunday, and he wouldn't be struggling today. He's really ill, like, he has an illness, and they're still trying to diagnose how he got it, because he doesn't go to the doctors and tell the truth. I'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, so he's basically going out all day, and I said to him, we're going to have the meal before you go out, because there's no way, I'm not missing it, because why should I miss out because you're going out all day? Like, I've spent all my life from when my mum left missing out on things because his priority is to go out drinking. Like, I brought myself up from the age of 12 because he basically was out all the time, and it didn't matter what was going on, or who was doing what, or what was happening, or that I didn't have this or I didn't have that, or as a household we didn't have things that most people had, because all he cared about was having a drink, and that's all that's ever mattered to him. And his drinking has caused health issues. So I said, we're going to have to eat about 1 o'clock because you're going to go out at 2. So I said, if you prepare all the vegetables and everything and get the beef in the oven, I will cook the food and it'll be on the table for 1 o'clock, then you have an hour. And I know he'll rush through the food and rush out before 2 o'clock, because getting as many pints down his throat as possible before the football is the most important thing to him. So I've basically left him a list of what veg I want preparing and what time to put the beef in the oven. So 3:15 at the moment, and I've got to get up at 11 and be downstairs for 11:30 to make sure the food's on the table for 1. When really, if it was up to me, I'd probably sleep till 1, because knowing me, I probably won't go back to bed tomorrow in the day, no matter how tired I get. So yeah, just to make sure that he doesn't give me crap all day on the day, I just was like, just go, because getting drunk is more important. It became clear it weren't the football when I said just go watch the football. So he's had like a cold thing for a good month now, and he kept going, oh, I've just got a runny nose, I've just got a runny nose. I get it every now and then, which is true. Every now and then, probably from around April till September time, he'll have a day or two every 3-4 weeks where he has a really runny nose. So the runny nose kept carrying on, and I'm like, you've got a cold. Oh, I don't feel like I've got a cold, I just, feel normal. And I'm like, he's definitely got a cold. Then I was ill in December, and I feel like what I had, when I was exhausted all the time and I felt all flu-like and achy and stuff, I feel it was potentially what he's got. Because sometimes someone will get something and they'll carry it, but they won't necessarily get ill, or they'll get a little bit ill, but then someone else will catch it and they'll have a full-blown cold or whatever it is. And I think that's what he had. And then about 2.5 weeks ago, well, probably about 3 weeks ago, he got a bit of a cough. And then about 2.5 weeks ago now, he just started continuously coughing in the night, and it kept waking me up. And my sleeping pattern's hideous at the moment anyway, and it has been for a little while, and I want to try and sort it. But anyway, that's not the point. So I'm falling asleep 3-4 in the morning, and he's keeping me awake after that, because he'll just cough and cough and cough and cough. It's not even a normal cough, it's like full-blown, really chesty, heavy coughing. And then I'll either get him cough, 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 and then making groaning noises like, oh, like really loudly, or he'll start swearing loudly. So for weeks, I've been having barely any sleep, and then it got to about, I think it was last Thursday, I said to him, you need to ring the doctors on Friday morning and get on the triage list, because you've had a cold for at least a month now, and I don't care what you're saying that it's a runny nose, because even if it was a runny nose, having it for a month is absolutely ridiculous. You need to see the doctor. And because he's had a bit of a falling out with my doctor, who is his doctor, he didn't want to ring, and I said, she's not in, because she were in last Friday. And she's in this Friday as far as I know. I'm not sure. But as far as I know, she's in this Friday. And I said, it's going to be Dr. Such and Such or Dr. Such and Such, but it's more likely to be. And it was. I said, you need to ring up and you need to tell them you've had this cold thing for over a month, and you've had this really heavy cough for about 3 weeks, and it's been heavy for about 2.5 weeks. So he agreed, because I said, you can't keep doing this to me. You're keeping me awake. It's not fair. And at first he told me to get earplugs, and I'm like, I'm not having earplugs. I need to hear if anything's going on. I said, that's really selfish of you to tell me to get earplugs. You should be like speaking to the doctor. And he never goes to the doctors, and like you have to push him to do it. And I've worked out how to get him to do it, because for years he wouldn't go, and he'd have like really heavy flu or like viral things, and then I would catch them, because he would have them weeks and weeks, because he doesn't try to get rid of them. He just carries on drinking and stuff and not getting medication, and he thinks he's invincible. So he rang the doctors, and I heard him, and he totally played it down when he got the call back. And the doctor prescribed him antibiotics and he didn't have to go in, because sometimes you don't have to go in. Every time I've bloody rung, I've had to go in. So I think there's only one time I didn't have to go in, and that was 6 years ago. It was when my dog died, and I stopped eating, I stopped drinking, and I stopped sleeping. I didn't sleep for days, and I ended up coming down with a viral thing. Made myself really, really ill a couple of days before my brother's wedding. So I had to go to his wedding really ill. So the doctor didn't even examine me, just talked to me over the phone, and he got me to pick a prescription up based on what I told him, basically. But ever since then, anytime I've had a triage, I've ended up there. But I've not had many, because it was only this year, just gone, that I started to ring for triage. Before that, I didn't really ring. He played it down. She prescribed him antibiotics and didn't get him to go in, which actually surprised me, because he does have things where he should be having his blood pressure checked and things like that, and they didn't. But I knew she wouldn't. It weren't my doctor, because he didn't really want her anyway. So he got them Friday, and it's now technically Tuesday morning, and his cough has not improved. And I know antibiotics take 3 days to work, but they should be working around now, and he's actually getting worse. So he's been ill for over a month, and I said to him today, I said, look, this is actually getting ridiculous now, because you've already made me ill once with it, but your cough is driving me mad. And he went, well, how do you think it's making me feel? I said, yeah, but you've done nothing about it. I said, you had it weeks and weeks, and I went, at your age, if you're ill for a couple of days, you should be ringing the doctor. And it's because he doesn't want my doctor. And I said, look, if you end up with her, you end up with her. You can't just ignore her. He said, well, I'll go in and just get straight to the point. I won't be nice to her. He's just not happy because she's actually helping me. Like, people are actually a little bit perplexed by this, because people are trying to help me, like my doctor's trying to help me, and he doesn't like it, and he wants me to get a new doctor. And he's thrown his toys out his pram about it, and he's making my life very difficult. And he even tried to get my solicitor to tell me to get a new doctor, but he actually believes she's doing good and she's helping me, and he said I wouldn't recommend getting a new doctor, basically. He's actually spoken to her, like, and not about that, but I think my dad's doing his head in, ringing up and trying to get him to tell me to get a new doctor, because he wouldn't do that, because he actually approves of my doctor, I think. I was like, today, I said to him, if this doesn't get any better, you're going to have to ring the doctors. I went, obviously, my doctor's in Thursday and Friday this week, as far as I know, unless she's booked them off, but I can't see that happening. You're potentially going to end up with her on triage, but you're going to have to ring. I said, because, you know, normally when you get antibiotics, even on day 3, you generally start to feel a tiny little bit better. And I said, you had them Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's now Monday. Tomorrow you're starting day 5, yet you still really got a really runny nose. You look terrible, you sound terrible, and that cough is driving me up the wall. I said, you're going to have to ring. I said, I don't care, like, that you don't want to go to doctors. Like, it's people like you that end up dying because you don't go to the doctor, because, you know, you seem to think you're invincible. So he's been told today that he's going to ring Thursday. He said, but they don't run out till Thursday night. I said, but if you're not better on Thursday, it's obviously not working. I said, you know, you're not going to ring up Friday and not get any medication till the afternoon. I said, you know, you're ringing Thursday. I said, I'm pretty sure my doctor's not on triage on Thursday, so you won't end up with her. I want to get up at like 2 in the afternoon tomorrow, but that's not going to happen, because, of course, going out drinking all day, and, like, it's making his health worse, and he's, like, lying to the doctors. Like, I sat and said to my doctor, these are his symptoms, and obviously she can't comment on what I'm saying, but I got the impression what I said to her she had not heard before. And then I said to my dad, look, I don't think you're telling the doctor everything. He's like, well, they don't need to know everything. I'm like, they actually do need to know everything. I said, I've heard you when you're on the phone to them, or like when you get triage calls, you don't tell them the whole story. You play it down. I said, how do you expect them to properly treat you and give you the right medication or get you in when you probably need to go in if you're just playing it down? And like I said to him the other day, I heard you playing it down to the doctor. Oh, you shouldn't be listening. I went, we live in the same house and you practically shout down the phone. I said, there's no need to talk that loud. It's like this morning he woke me up when he was on the phone. And that's after he kept me up till 7:30 in the morning coughing. So, yeah, he played it down and that's why the doctor didn't get him in when really he should be having his blood pressure checked for a start off. And now he's just moaning about being unwell. And then, like, because he found out he had something and it took them a long time to diagnose it, he blamed my doctor for that, even though it transpires he's told her about 20% of the story. So I don't know how she's meant to diagnose something when he's telling her very little. And then he also blamed her for his illness, when I'm pretty sure it's doing this action down the pub. Anyway, this weekly vlog's going to be long unless I don't film much from now on, which is a possibility. But yeah, I need to edit the first weekly vlog tomorrow, as in New Year's Day, and upload it Tuesday night leading into Wednesday, so I can schedule it Wednesday to go up Thursday. And then you'll find out my new vlog schedule kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going to have a couple of cold drinks and then I'm going to go to bed. And hopefully be asleep about 4:30 to get up at 11:30. Oh God. My makeup's really held up well today as well, hasn't it? What do you think to it? It's probably like, I'm loving what I've done to my eyes. I'll have to show you what I've done at some point if you're into makeup. And my brows look fantastic. Like, I'm happy with my brows. And my lashes. I've had 4 hours sleep. 4 hours. But I've got to get up and cook. I've had a shower, wash my face. Do not feel good at all. Just want to go back to bed, but I can't. So I'm going to have an energy drink. So my dad was meant to prepare all the vegetables for today, and he hasn't, so I've just had to do this. All he's done is peel some potatoes and parboil them and put the beef in the oven and make some stuff in. I actually even did him a list here of which vegetables to do, and he's not done them, so this is meant to be ready in less than 50 minutes. I've not checked the beef yet. I've got to cook the roast potatoes in the oven, and now I've got to prepare all the vegetables. I've got to prepare the Brussels sprouts, the cabbage, and I've just done these. I'm not happy. He's disappeared off out with the dog just before I came down, and he'll come in about 20 minutes time. And if he was planning on doing it when he come back, he doesn't have time to do it because he's going to get him away like he always does. Like, I'll come down and I'll start making some breakfast or something, he'll come down and get him away, then I'll have to stop what I'm doing, and then he'll spend 30-40 minutes in here doing next to nothing, and I'm waiting to get my breakfast. He does this to me all the time. Very, very selfish man. Very selfish doing what he's doing by going out and making me get up early when I'm not well and I'm absolutely exhausted. But there you go, welcome to my life. I've just checked the beef, which is meant to be coming out in 20 minutes time. It's going to be lucky if it's done in an hour. If it's done in an hour, I don't know what time he put that in the oven. He's put it in at 140. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in 170, 180 because it's a fan oven. I've just whacked it up to 220. I'm going to give it a bloody good blast for the next 20-30 minutes. It's going to put the dinner time behind, and then my dad's going to moan at me because he wants to go out bang on 2 o'clock because drinking is far more important. So he probably won't even eat his dinner. He'll probably be like, I'll have that when I come back in. This is what's annoying me. He's not done the vegetables, and he's put the beef in too low. Like, it's not even changed colour. It's changed colour slightly because it's still red. Still that browny red colour. So the stuffing's cooking. And that'll probably have to come back out in about 10-15 minutes because I've just whacked the oven up really high to get the beef going. That beef should have took... I told him to put the beef in at 10:30 and it's 12... well, it's 10 minutes off 12:30. So it's had nearly 2 hours and it's barely cooked. I'm now going to prepare some more vegetables because he didn't do what he was meant to do. See, the rule was he prepares all the vegetables and I cook it. Because for some reason he can't seem to cook everything to get it all ready on the same time. In fact, he struggles to do more than 2 or 3 vegetables. Whereas I can do, I think I'm doing 5 vegetables. And I'll manage to do the beef, I'll manage to do the roast potatoes in the oven, the homemade ones. I'll manage to do the gravy, the Yorkshire puddings, everything, chipolatas, and it'll get on the plate at the same time and none of it get cold or burnt. Don't know what's so difficult about that. So this is kind of the aftermath, except for I've moved 2 things, of lunch. And my coffee table's a tip again. And my dad went out about an hour and a half ago. He went out at 25 to 3 because dinner just got delayed because of the beef basically. And he said leave the washing up for him. This is for tomorrow. I didn't realise when I went to the shop yesterday that I'd need meals for the rest of the week. So this is like literally what we've got left for tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So Thursday I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have some mince in the freezer, I'm not sure. That's the stuffing. But he's like, leave the washing up, and I'm like, if I leave the washing up, I actually dropped that in the fat as well. If I leave the washing up, you know, it's just, oh God. It's just going to be like a mess, and I need to mop the floor because there's splashes of oil on the floor. So even though I could happily go to bed, I'm going to do the washing up. And I did think about putting makeup on. I went upstairs about an hour ago and I just was like, oh, I should have done. I just couldn't be bothered. I'm tired and really I should be in bed. But I don't like to go to bed because then I struggle the next day. So I'm gonna, a lot of this stuff he's washed, but it's not really washed. So I'm gonna wash some of it that's already apparently been washed. And I've just lit a new wax melt. I've only got 2 tea lights, so I'm kind of like trying to not go to shop till Friday if I can. So I've got one, which is this, if it'll ever focus, Twilight Garden inspired by, which is my favourite Sephora. So I thought, well, I'm cleaning, I might just put that one on. So I've just cleaned it out and got that on, and I can smell it and it doesn't smell as good, unfortunately. It has the smell of it, but it's not amazing. I need a drink. All I've had is a Dr. Pepper and an energy drink, and yeah, I've just got to do all this. And I want to vac downstairs as well. I don't know where the vac is. I hope it is downstairs. And I want to mop. My dog, he's like outside. So I'm going to listen to some music. I've not got the plugged in because sometimes the sound on the head thing isn't like great, but just finished mopping, well, about 10 minutes ago, and I'm waiting for it to dry. But when you use this mop, it pretty much dries almost straight away, so it will be dry. I've just actually mopped up blood from the floor because, I don't know if I said, my dad cut himself when he was cutting the beef and it squirted out, and I was stood there and I can't handle blood. And then he went, oh, I knew that was going to happen. And I'm thinking, Why would you know you're going to cut yourself and just carry on? And then after he'd gone out, I noticed there were splodges of blood on the floor. So there was only, I think there was 2. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to mop the floor anyway because it's greasy. So all the floors have been mopped and vaxed, and I've washed up. I did 2 lots. I did 1 lot and then I put it away. And then made room for the second lot, wiped the surfaces down. Emptied the table in there. Even my table's empty. There's a drink of orange lemonade in there that I'm going to go and devour now. So it's Wednesday. And I've got a giant spot there. Don't you just love them? I've got no makeup on. I've literally just dried my hair. Like, it dried about 70% by itself. But I'm not going to show you it tied back because it looks stupid. I know you could tell it's tied back, but if I move the camera up, you can just see that I've kind of twisted my fringe round on itself to tuck behind my ear, because that's what I do. So I just thought I'd say hello, and it took 11 hours to upload the first weekly vlog. I need to schedule it for it to go live tomorrow, so I want to schedule it today, so if I forget tomorrow, it's scheduled. It's like, is it like an hour and 20 long? I cut about 30 minutes of footage out. Well, there's a scene where you see me eat my Christmas dinner. That was originally 23 minutes long, and then I shortened it and speeded it up a lot. I had to save the video countless times. Like, every time I edited 15 minutes worth, I had to save it, and it was taking about 45 minutes to save each time. And then it just took 9,000 years to upload. So I've not really done much today. I got up very late, had a shower, washed my hair, done nothing else, done a little bit of cleaning, but that's it. But I thought I'd say hi, and this might be the only clip I filmed today, but at least I've filmed something. And all I can say, even though I'm not looking at myself, is a giant spot. It's 7 o'clock at night, and all I've had to eat today is 2 chocolate biscuits and 2 chocolates. So I've just opened these. I don't know what to think of them. I've had one, I'm not sure. But I'm about to go and cook food, so I better not eat a lot of these. I'm parboiling them, and then I'm going to roast them. Does anyone know? I know it's probably too late to answer. You can steam cauliflower, can't you? Yeah, you can. I don't like cauliflower, but I bought a cauliflower Christmas Eve, and it's like a week and 2 days later. So I'm going to give my dad some cauliflower with his tea. There is cauliflower cheese in the fridge as well, which I'm going to give him tomorrow, so I'm not going to give him all this cauliflower, but I don't like cauliflower. I might try a little bit, because I've not had it in years, but it's not my favourite. And these, I like them when you first put them in your mouth and bite them, but when you're chewing them, the flavour goes. So I've got broccoli and cauliflower in there. I mean, I don't know how much cauliflower to do, but that was like 2/3 of the cauliflower. And I love broccoli, so I'll just give him a little bit of broccoli and the majority of the cauliflower. And I'll have the majority of the broccoli and a very, very small piece of broccoli. I'm going to do carrots and parsnips in the next layer now. There are the carrots and the parsnips. I don't like parsnips. You ought to know what vegetables I don't like. Parsnips, turnips, and kind of don't like cauliflower. I've not had it in years, but as I said, I'm going to try a piece of it today. And that's the vegetables. So there's 4 vegetables, 5 vegetables, and we've got a little bit of beef left from yesterday. We'll have 2 chipolatas each, which are good. I might whack them in the oven. Got stuffing, can you see the stuffing? And the beef. There's literally just like 2 slices each, and I'll have 2 Yorkshire puddings because my dad suddenly, after years of liking it, has gone off it. And gravy. There's less than half there, but it'll have to do because I'm not making any more. Well, I mean, I'm not opening the second one. Well, I could. And it's vegetarian gravy, which I didn't realise. But I put in a beef and chicken stock cube yesterday. See, I've got cauliflower. Still using Christmas plates.
It's definitely blue. Oh my god.
Shut you. I've just pulled this, and for some reason I thought it was going to be fizzy, and as you can see it isn't, and it's probably because it's in a can. I just thought it was going to be fizzy. If you remember from last week's vlog, I don't know if I showed it, or did I have it this week? There was a bottle of TGI Fridays cocktail. I think this is the same thing. It's just weird that it's not fizzy. And I've not had any alcohol since Saturday night, because Sunday I got quite ill, so I didn't have any Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And it's Wednesday and I want to use up all my alcohol before Monday. So this is my first alcoholic drink of the day, and only my fourth drink of the day. I've had a eggnog latte, which my dad brought home for me about 8:30. I've had a Monster Energy drink, which was my last drink, and about 3:30 this afternoon, my first drink of the day was a Dr. Pepper. So I'm probably going to be hungover tomorrow. Brilliant. So that is literally not what I expected. Not only does it smell and taste like strawberries, it tastes like strawberries, but there is absolutely nothing on here that says it's got strawberries in. Just flavoured alcoholic drink with 10% gin. Like, there's no ingredients on. Bacardi make it, but other than that, I need to Google it to find out what is in this, because I could literally live on this. It is too good. I wish I had about 10 of them. It's around 4:30 in the morning. I'm wide awake and I've just come upstairs. I was sat waiting for a tea light to finish because I've got a tea light in my wax melter, but it wasn't even melting the wax because the flame was, you know, sometimes you get a dodgy candle and the flame stays really small. That's what it was doing, and I was waiting for it to run out, and after about 20 minutes of thinking it's going to finish anytime soon, I was just like, whatever, and blew it out. I have started to get a bit of a hangover. I had a copper burger as well, but I think because I've barely drank anything all day and then I've had alcohol and I've not had alcohol for days, I've got a hangover. So I just took 2 codeine because I'm in pain in my body as well. I'll probably be awake for an hour now. I really need to sort this sleeping habit out. My sleeping pattern's got horrifically bad. Oh, by the way, I've just pulled that across because I'm getting in. But oh my god, my sleeping pattern has gone out the window since October. I need to try and sort it. That's an hour fast. Oh my god. I need to get a better sleeping pattern, because I'm literally going to be in bed till about 12. Actually, I better set an alarm on my phone because I can't stay in bed any later, even though I'd love to sleep till about 4 in the afternoon, because I'm exhausted. I'm not even that tired, but I'm going to have to lie down and hopefully get some sleep. God help me. Have you seen how small the flame is on a Yankee Candle tea light? So I've had to stack it on the bottom of one, because last night when I had the bottom one lit, this barely heated up and you couldn't smell it. All you could smell was the candle because they are scented. The last year's ones from the advent calendar that I had, or even the year before, so I'm just trying to use them up. Hi everyone. So it is now Thursday, about 4:20. It's not as dark as it looks. And I've just got ready, straightened my hair because I washed it yesterday, didn't do anything with it, just tied it up. I think I filmed a clip yesterday. Got makeup on, dressed, got my super light blue jeans on and this. I was going to wear a dress, but the dress needs ironing, and I brought it upstairs and hung it on a hanger, and it didn't really drop the creases out of it, and then I thought it's cold and I can't be bothered with a dress. So I'm going to go to Asda. I've not been to Asda since I can't remember when. Maybe the week before Christmas, I'm not sure. And I was going to go to Tesco, and then suddenly I just had the idea to go to Asda. And I think I prefer to go to Tesco, in all honesty, because it's just a nicer shop and it's never as busy. But Asda has more stuff, but it's always busy. But if I don't go, I'll get out of the habit of going, then it'll make it harder for me to go because I'll get anxious and nervous about going. So I'm forcing myself to go. I'm hungry. I've had 2 slices of peanut butter toast today, but I'm hungry. I'm taking some recycling with me, even though I've just dropped one of the things. I can get that later because it's bin day tomorrow instead of today. So last week it was on Saturday instead of Thursday, and this week it's Friday instead of Thursday, and next week I think it goes back to normal. So there isn't that much room left in the recycling bin, but I want to fill it because I know I've got more than the room, if that makes sense. So I want to get rid of as much as I can to have as less left over to start filling it again. Anyway, I'll film at some point. You won't believe how hard I found it to come to Asda. I don't know why, I just kept wanting to go to Tesco right up until the last point that I could turn off to go towards Tesco. Even though I could go to Tesco from here, like, I'm finding it really hard to actually want to A, come here, and B, go in the actual shop. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I used to come here all the time, and now I'm like, oh, I don't want to go in. That'll be my anxiety and my lack of confidence and being slightly hungover. I'm going to have to make myself go in because I want to get out in like 15 minutes and get up on the main road before 5 o'clock, and I'm kind of pushing it. So I need to like make myself just get out the car. I'm going to quickly show you what I got from the shop. So this is a firm favourite of mine, and they're reduced down to, what was it, 185 or 135? Hold on. Get the receipt. 185. So there's only 15p off, but there weren't many left, and I absolutely adore this. Ignore the nails, they're about to get painted. So I got one stockpile. Now these, I wanted one of these from all of December and part of November, but the £4 and all the other ones from the range were reduced down to 2, and these were never reduced. And I finally picked one up in B&M, and it was the last one, and it was £2.75. So when I saw these on the shelf for £2 today, there was 4 left, so I picked up 2. Then when I paid, I thought, oh, the bill's a lot higher than I thought it would be. It was £30 something. Turns out that these had gone through as £5 each, when even full price were only £4. So whoever reduced them has done the barcode wrong and put them as £5 instead of £2. So they're going to get taken back because they're more expensive than full price. And I've not even used the one that I've got, but I did want to have some in the cupboard because smelling it without actually burning it, it smells amazing. And I was never able to get hold of the air freshener, so I wanted the candle. So that definitely going back. I'm going to get my dad to do it because I don't do anything like that. Then there for tonight, I almost got the organic ones, which were a little bit more money, but these were slightly bigger, so that's what we're having. I've been umming and ahhing about trying the washing liquid by Fairy. They also do like a fabric conditioner, which I almost picked up. And the other day I almost picked up the liquid version of this because it was on offer in Tesco, and I thought, I've got enough washing liquid to last me the next month or 2. But these were on offer at the end of an aisle, along with the Ariel ones, the Ariel pods. And I picked up the Ariel at first, and then I thought, no, I'll get these because I wanted to actually try the liquid version of this, and this is going to be exactly the same scent. And they reduced to £3.50, and it said they had £2.50 off. But I can't ever remember them being £6 because I think £6 for 19 washes is a lot of money. so they're probably not that much reduced, but I got them anyway. The next load of washing I do, I'll just give these a try to see what I think of them. One equals 4 to 5 kilograms. Well, my washing machine holds 9 or 10 kilograms. So it's basically telling me to put 2 in, which I think would be a lot, and it would make them a lot more expensive to do that. I'll show you the rest of the shop and I'll show you what I normally use. They were £2.50 instead of 4. They're normally reduced down to 2, but it still works out cheaper to get them, and because I have no small ones left, that's why I've got them. These are reduced all the fragrances to £1. In Tesco they only have 2 fragrances, the lemon and the ocean one that I got. In Asda they had 4 different ones, but I got this one, and I wish I'd picked up more because I want to have them in every toilet in the house except for my dad's. And then I got 2 Dr. Peppers, and that's everything. What I actually really wanted and needed to buy was Vanish, because I used to put a scoop in every wash, or half a scoop, and it's run out. In fact, I'm going to whack this in the recycling bin because there's room. But this is what I typically use, and this lasts me ages. Like, I think it's probably a third of the way down, but there's less in the top half of the bottom than the bottom. And there's 25 washes, and typically I pick it up when it's on offer for £3, and I think it's only £4. But I love the fragrance of it, even though you can't smell it when it's washed your clothes. But my clothes are always clean, so, you know, I think it does its job. But I did want to try a new liquid, and I nearly got the fairy the other day, and that's why, as I said, I picked up the capsules. This is one of my favourites, and I'm alternating it between that and this. This is going to stop selling soon, so I need to go up B&M to try and get one. I just realised it has a side thing, so it's about halfway down. And then I was putting half a scoop of this in every wash, and I got this on offer. And they had this on offer. They had the furry version as well on offer, but I picked up the capsules, and I can't get everything because I also picked up bin liners for my dad for his office, and I also picked him up a box of tissues, so it kind of meant I couldn't get any of this, but I was putting a scoop in every wash. This is about to run out, and this is on offer as well, so I think I'm going to have to get one of these. Like, there's enough for one left, so that's not as important because it's my bedding. My bed is not due to be washed till next weekend, so I don't need to get one for a week or 2. I could do with some of that. It is a mess over here. I do have these, which are fantastic. I put one in the other day, and literally it came out with like some dye on it, so it stops it from going onto clothes. And also there's a voucher inside for my next one. I also have whitening sheets, Tesco's version, and these are the same thing as them. And I've got 2 lots of things open. I don't know why I've got 2 of the same thing, but I don't put them in every wash either. Even if I did, it'd still last me a long time, so I think I'm going to start doing it in every wash. Down there I have the Tesco version of them, but I need a colour one. Like, I'll happily try a shop's own brand. Is that empty? If it's empty, it's going in the bin. Right, I'm going to have to stop filming. It's 12:30 in the morning. I was meant to do this an hour ago. I'm going to have a few ciders. It's 1:20 in the morning. I've just finished that. On to bottom. Hi everyone, it is Thursday. No, it's not Thursday, it's Friday. It's about 20 to 5 and I've just got ready for the day. I've got a temperature, my face is red hot, but I just did my in-ear temperature thing and it's 37.6. So I've got a headache and a temperature and I feel very tired. I don't know if it's my illness or if I've got a hangover. It could be both. But I'm very tired. I've had a bath. That lighting's not very good, is it? I've had a bath and I used a bath bomb. I'll insert the picture of the bath bomb. And had a shower, washed my hair, done my makeup, dried my hair, straightened my hair. And here I am, about to go out and do the weekly or weekend, whatever, food shop. I'm going Aldi and Tesco. I'm going to go to Tesco first to get cash, because I like to get cash and then I know how much I've got to spend. Whereas if I just got it like paid on the card, that's when I go over and spend way too much money. I feel honestly way too hot. I just had a little bit of water because all I've had today is a cup of tea and a Dr Pepper, but I didn't want to drink too much because I don't want to end up having to go to the toilet. So I think Wednesday night I stuck all my vlog clips from Monday to Wednesday night together, might have even been Thursday, and I had about an hour and 20. That doesn't include what I filmed yesterday, which I don't think I filmed a lot, and what I filmed, what I'm going to film today. I've got Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to start editing that footage just because I edit 15 minutes and I save it. And it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to save each time. So it's going to take like a long time to save it and edit it. And when I've edited that lump, I'll add in what I've got up until the point where I'm editing. So if I edit it all today and tomorrow, I'll add the rest Sunday and then edit it Monday, upload it overnight Monday night or Tuesday night, because it's going to take about 10 hours. I'm trying to cut down the time to about an hour and 15, hour and 20. Look how red my face is. That isn't purely makeup. That's because I've got a temperature and a headache. I don't know if it's illness or hangover. It doesn't feel like the typical hangover, but at the same time it doesn't feel like my typical illness, so it could be both. I know I've got blusher on, but my face is definitely redder. There was this car driving behind me trying to get me to go faster. Do you know when they drive practically in the back of your car and they're trying to force you to go faster and faster? And it kind of came up behind me after I got off the motorway, and it was just like pushing and pushing me to go faster, and I wouldn't do it, and then all of a sudden they backed off, and when I turned the turning that I go on to come to Tesco, they were behind me and they did like a U-turn to go back up to the way they were going. And when they were turning round and I saw what they were doing, I had a quick look at them, and it was an unmarked police car. Yeah, trying to bully me on the road is actually out of order. And, you know, like, why can't you leave me alone? Like, you've took over nearly 2.5 years of my life, you've made me very unwell, yet you carry it on. I'm not going to drive faster for anyone. So I'm going to go and get some cash out, and then I'm going to go to Aldi. Then I'm going to come back and finish the rest of my shopping. And now it's 5 o'clock-ish. It's going to be harder to get to where I'm going because the traffic's going to be manic. Hopefully the shop won't be manic. Oh God, I hope I've got a pound coin, because you've got to pay for trolleys at Aldi. Let's have a look. My plans might be scuppered. I don't think I've got an actual pound coin. How lucky am I? I've got one. Is it a pound coin? Yeah. Have to remember to keep a pound coin and not spend it. Right, let's just go and get some cash. On the way to the cash machine and back, I was thinking, yes, I can think sometimes. Do you know, like, people get done speeding and stuff, and like, it's like undercover, like, they're not called undercover police cars. What did I call it before? Unmarked police car. I bet it happens a lot because of what just happened then. Do you know, when they was trying to push me to go faster and faster and I wouldn't, and they were like really pushing me for it. I bet that's how a lot of people get caught out, because they get intimidated by people driving like that they do speed to try and get away from them. Because I know when I've been bullied in the past, you know, it's really scary, but at the moment I just won't put up with it. Like, and there's been times where I've pulled over or turned early just to stop them from doing that to me. So it makes me wonder how many of these people that get caught speeding genuinely are actually speeding, or actually trying to get away from someone who's doing that sort of bullying behaviour to them. Anyway, thought of the day. Now I'm going to go to Aldi. I'm not a big fan of Aldi. I don't like how fast they throw your shopping through at you. Like, it's like a race. Like, some of them, honestly, it's like and you're like trying to pick it up and put it in your trolley, and it ends up piling up because you're not quick enough. Like, that's what winds me up about Aldi, and that's probably one of the reasons why I eventually won't continue to shop there. Because last time I went, the Friday before Christmas, she practically threw my shopping at me, and she was being so aggressive that she ripped her own false nail off as well, and I just can't cope with that. So we'll see how they are today, but that's what I'm genuinely finding. Also with B&M, they do that, but when you go B&M, you're not getting a big trolley full of shopping, and like, I might not get a big trolley full today. Who knows what I'm going to get. If every car on this car park equates to one person being in Aldi, it's going to be very, very busy. It weren't even this busy when I came the Friday before Christmas. But now, like, I'm sat here and it's like, whoa. Maybe people are finishing work and coming here. But then again, if you finish work at 5, you're not going to be in here, like, 15 minutes later. Flattening angrily. It's only because there's someone in the car opposite me. I was just going to pull forward, but someone's just gone in the space I was going to take. There's someone with the car registration L7NAF in a black Golf is literally parked in 2 spaces, so no one can park in the space next to them unless they want a massive dent in the door or they don't want to get out of their own car. Like, a motorbike could fit next to them. And it's one of the typical people from my town that are very selfish and drive badly and think the world revolves around them on the road. I just can't believe how busy it is. Like, literally, it's so busy. I'm avoiding going in, but the longer I sit here, the longer it'll be before I finish in here, and the longer it'll be before I get to Tesco and out of Tesco and home and put the shopping away and cook my tea. And I'm really hungry. I was just walking back to my car after I went to take the trolley back, and this car was passing me. So when I waited for it to pass, even though it was passing super slowly, and I started to cross behind it, all of a sudden whacked it into reverse and started reversing, so I had to step backwards and walk round the front of it, and they just didn't care that they just almost ran me over. Like, they were trying to get a space right near the front door. Like, I'm the opposite end of the car park and I don't care. Just spent just under £50. I don't really know what I got. It was packed when I got in there, and there was this child running around like an idiot, and his parents were kept telling him to stop, but they weren't really telling him, you know, like in a way where it would take any notice, and he didn't, and he kept running in front of people and getting in people's way, And the parents were just like, they didn't really care. They were just like, oh, stop it, walk calmly. But it was being a right little pain, and the parents didn't care that people were having to swerve and like dive out of the way of the delinquent child. So I've just got an energy drink. I'm going to drink some of it and then I'm going to go to Tesco. I've been away from this shop for about an hour. I'm at Tesco, by the way, I've just got back. And some of the cars that were here last time I came are still here. Like, what are they actually buying? One of everything. And also, I forgot to say in the last video, like, I suddenly got super nauseous and I still feel that way. So I probably shouldn't have drank the energy drink. Well, I've not drank it all, but this is like the equivalent to the Monster one with the green M. It's almost as good and it's 59p. And with feeling as nauseous as I do, this probably isn't the best idea, but I don't know what else to do and I need a drink. I need to get out of my car. I've been sat here ages, but I feel so sick. Like, it's unreal how sick I feel. I've got nothing to take, like nothing with me to take for this sickness. And I don't know if it's because I'm hungry, because sometimes, you know, like you get hungry and you feel sick. Like, not every time you're hungry, but every now and then you feel a little bit sick. Could be that, it could be because I don't feel very well. Like, I'd have a temperature and stuff, so. And I think it's more than a hangover because I didn't drink that much. And like, I do believe I had a mini hangover, but you know, hangovers don't suddenly make you feel sick. Like, if I have a hangover and I feel sick, I normally feel sick when I wake up, not, you know, like 6 o'clock at night. I'm just sat here when I should be coming in, like going into the shop, and I've been sat here like 10 minutes nearly. Well, it's 10 minutes now actually. I just need to get a trolley and get in there. And the problem is I don't know what I really want. Like, I'm meant to be like eating all the crap in the house because Monday I need to go back to proper normal eating, 3 meals a day, stop drinking loads of sugary drinks. I need to like cut them out as much as I can. I have put weight on and I want to lose the weight. I was always a certain weight, and then this last year with doing less, I'm about 1 kilogram heavier, like 1 to 2 kilograms heavier, which I was okay with. And then December came and Christmas came and I've put a ton of weight on. And some days I've only been eating 1 meal, but I think it's all the sugary alcohol and stuff that I've been eating. Sugary drinks, like, I'm gonna get a trolley. Like, I need to get out of my car. I really need to get out of my car, because if I don't, I'm just gonna end up sitting here till Christmas. You would have also been of the same mind thought as me, that I thought I'd spent less than 30, but when I think about what I've bought, I've got the Lenore, I've got another cleaning product that I need, and I just keep buying them. I put cleaning stuff in Aldi, and I'm not even doing enough cleaning to justify all the stuff that I'm buying. What else did I buy? Shower gels, another bubble bath. Yeah, anyway. Oh God, it's nearly 7 o'clock. I need to see where my dad is, because I've got a sandwich. And I've got me a sandwich, but it's like nearly 7 o'clock. Might be home for 7:30 if I'm lucky. I've got ice cream as well. I got Halo Top because it's on offer. I'm going to save that for next week for my healthier eating, or not eating crap. And I either got Ben & Jerry's because that was on offer, or Haagen-Dazs. It was one of them, but it was only limited flavours, and they don't have many flavours to begin with. Or I could have had the what's it called, the Magnum ice cream, do you know, where you can get it in a pot. But I had it around my birthday time and I didn't particularly like it. Ooh, she's happy I'm home, everyone. Yeah. This is your drawer. Is it? These are the Aldi ones, everyone, and she seems to like them. Didn't get you any of them today, no? There you go. Hi everyone. Need to take my coat off. I went out with straight hair. All my shopping. Oh god, why? All my shopping's on the floor under me. Oh. I need to find the ice cream and get it in the freezer. I'm going to show you what I got from Aldi. So one of my all-time favourite cereal are these. Not by this brand, but I normally get either Tesco or Asda's own. I'm trying to see if I've got any in the cupboard to show you. If I've got any. I don't think I've got any. I've got shredded wheat. Loads of. I'm actually meant to be eating porridges, which I'm hopefully going back on next week. But if you're a long time viewer, you would have seen I've had either Tesco or Asda on and off. I'll have it for a couple of weeks and then I'll have something else. So they had these in. They weren't massively much more expensive, to be honest. I think they're about £1.70, £1.80 in Tesco and Asda, and I think these were like £1.59. They had other flavours. They had a red box, which I think was strawberry. If it was, I'll definitely try them next time because I love strawberry. And the other one was yellow, so I presume that's something like apricot. So I got these to try. I had one of these because I got it out the chiller section. These ones are out the chiller section. So I got two of them. I got this. As I've said when I've shown other Aldi hauls, I like the Rustlers version of this. And I get it when it's on offer, and it's not on offer at the moment, so I don't mind paying. It's either 89 or 99p for this. It's not quite as good, but it'll do. So these were on offer. Seas of Change is really expensive normally. And I'm just quickly looking at the receipt to try and find the price for you. This was $1.49, and I think the $1.59 normally, or $1.40 or $2.49. And then I got two of my favourite Tilda, brown basmati and quinoa. They were 85p. Normally I get them when they're on offer for about £1 in Asda, so I've done well to get them at that price. So they're going to go in my stock pile. And normally one of these will last me 2 meals, so if they've still got any of these on offer next time I go, I will pick up more because it's a good thing to have. This is one of the first things I actually picked up, and I don't know what day, 11th. I'm going to keep these out of the freezer because it's like the 8th on Tuesday, 9th on Wednesday. So these are going to last till next Friday. That's good. Lemon and herb chicken escalopes. I got escalopes last Saturday. If you watched them the vlog, and I ended up freezing them because I just knew I weren't going to eat them. So I've got them, and these are freezable. So if it gets to like the 10th and I know I'm not going to have them, I'll put them in the freezer. But they were very cheap. God, my vlog's going to end up massively long now because I'm going to look at prices for everything. Well, hopefully not everything. So this was... Why can't I find it? $1.79. These will do me 2 days, or if my dad's having one day each, but he potentially won't like these. So that was the first thing I picked up. I thought I just wanted to get something different, even though the fat content is very high for one. The calories aren't bad, but the fat is ridiculous. Then I picked up this for my dad, and I forgot, well, I tried to find it when I was at the office, and I put everything in the top of one bag that I wanted for the office, and for some reason I put this in a bag, a different bag, so I couldn't find it, so he can take this with him. It's going to last, God, a long time, because I did buy him a microwave for Christmas, and I forgot to show it you when I was there. These are what I'm having tomorrow, because it's Saturday tomorrow and my dad won't eat at home, and I'll have some vegetables with them, like potatoes and maybe some peas like in the picture, because I have some frozen peas. These were $1.79. Last time I got something like this, I got them from Tesco, and I think I paid more than that for them. Like, only about $1.99 or something, but when I saw they were cod, I got them. I got my dad bacon. That is actually quite expensive because this is a similar price. Oh, the Tesco's version of this is $2.49, and this was $1.89. They do obviously do their own cheaper one, but if I'm going to get a bacon, I'm going to get something like this, and look how unfatty it is because he doesn't like the fat. So I got him that. Another energy drink. This again I was meant to leave at the office for him and I forgot. So they have an offer on Batiste. They have this in the tropical one, and I really wanted the tropical one, but people had gone in and like opened packets and stuff, and it was harder to get to the tropical one, so I thought I'll just get this one for once. I need a new dry shampoo. Another thing is this, there was hardly any of these left as well. People are going crazy over them because they're $1.99, but I got mine from B&M, the one that I've got, and I think I paid $1.99 there, so it's not a massive price difference. They had a lot of stuff in, cleaning wise, and I found it hard not to buy it all, but my cupboards are full and I'm not cleaning as much as I should be, so this is just to refresh my carpet, and as I said, I do have one. Then I actually was trying to find the Vanish powder reduced because mine ran out and I needed to replace it because I always put some in every wash even if there's no stains in it. It's just like that added extra thing, then, you know, cleaner clothes. And I spotted this, and they had this and the white one. Well, if you would have watched my vlog yesterday, I have one with white in, and I also have like stay white sachets and stuff like that, so I didn't need a white one. And this was £2.39, which I thought was an absolute bargain. I know it's on a special offer and it's probably not going to be that price when it goes back on normal price, but I thought I'll try it and see what I think of it, and hopefully I'll get to try it on some stains, or like, because I always get makeup on my clothes anyway, so we'll see. I got a 4-pack of chicken. Again, it's got until sometime next week on it, and it was only $4.37. There wasn't much choice when it came to chicken. I'll show you the other chicken I got. So I got 2 packs of the sweet pea snacks in sweet chilli. These are absolutely amazing. Now, Aldi do their own cleaning range as well as their own laundry range and their own toilet roll, which I don't like. I got the quilted one a few weeks ago and it was hideous. So I got this Power Force Actifoam multi-purpose cleaner in Ocean. It was like 75p. I don't need any more multi-purpose cleaners. Like, if I showed you how many I've got, you'd think I'd lost my mind. I just need to clean an obsessive amount, I think. But it did open and it did come out a little bit, but it's okay. Power Force Actifoam Ocean multi-purpose spray can be used all around the house to remove all kinds of dirt. Its foaming formula acts quickly to loosen and dissolve dirt and stains, making them easy to wipe away, leaving surfaces clean and smear free. So I thought I'd give it a go, and I like the colour, so they had it in a different colour, but I got this for Sunday. I think when you get this at Asda and Tesco, I think it's $4.99 or $5.99. This was $3.99, and it does not say 4. I mean, if it was like a family of 4, you had 2 small children, then there probably would be enough. But as you can see, it's just like 2 breasts, you know, size, and it's not bad calorie wise. So I got kale. My dad hates kale. I have to hide it because even though he knows it's not for him, he has a habit of putting it in the bin. You know what's confused me? It's wet inside. I don't know. I don't think it's meant to be wet. I don't know what's going on with it. I got some honey roast ham. I did get it for me for sandwiches, but I don't know. This is something else I picked up. They had a different one and they had this one. I think the one was a chicken one. I'm not sure. And this one stood out most to me, so I'm gonna have either this tomorrow. Have this either tomorrow or Sunday. But it's not even bad calorie wise. I mean, look at that, 287. That's a good amount of calories for lunch. You could still have like a snack with it as well, because it doesn't weigh a lot. And I'm not expecting amazing things, because I'm not a fan of anything that goes in the microwave. But it's a white flour tortilla wrap with Italian style tomato sauce and cooked seasoned beef meatballs. It's probably about 2 meatballs in it. Like, you can feel the meatballs. There's one there. There's one there. And there's one there, so there's 3. I've got a savoy cabbage. I love dark green leafy vegetables. This is for tonight. Yesterday I got a more expensive chicken. I can't remember how much these are. They're like $3.60 something. This is going to be separated into 2 and frozen. I've already got something in the freezer. I can't remember if it's 2 lots of mince or 2 lots of this. So even my dad or I can have it, and we could make a casserole or something, do like a small one. And then the final thing I got was these Nature's Pick British Baby Maris Pear potatoes. There was also an energy drink, a version of their own pot noodle, a version of the noodles in a sauce that comes in a black pot, a porridge pot, and a sandwich. So if you include them, then my shopping came to $47.36. So the energy drinks are 55p. The porridge pots are 35p. The Asian noodles are 65p. They're normally like nearly £2 for that brand. I used to get the normal brand of it all the time. I think it's Naked Noodles. I think that's what it is. And the snack noodles were 36p, and the sandwich was God, this video's will be ages. $1.69. So that's all my... Oh, I've got to show my Tesco shopping next. I'm going to be here for 5 hours. This video is like meant to be like no longer than an hour 20. And it's going to be longer. Do you know what, everyone? It's actually 8 o'clock and I didn't realise. I thought it was 7. I don't know how, because I keep updating the time, but there you go. So I'm going to show you my Tesco haul. My Tesco shopping came to $45.36, and the only thing that I've taken out of this is a sandwich, which was £1.10, and my Aldi shopping was $47.36. But I feel like I got more substantial things. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So I got 2 Kinder Buenos, because it's any 3 items for $1.20 or 60p each. So when I get to the 3rd item, I'll let you know what it is. I used to eat these all the time. Got Dr Pepper, some paracetamol, Tenzing, which is going to be what I have on Monday, because it's like 69 calories. Not Monster, Dr Pepper, Bishop's Finger, Nurofen. They had some, because I've still got about 4 packets of dipping crisps, so I'm going to be dipping later on. 2 of the sausage black puddings. I've decided I'm having one tomorrow. Not had black pudding for ages, so I'm going to have black pudding, egg and beans. Oh God, I didn't buy eggs. I hope there's some eggs. Actimel, the big pack's on offer for £2, and there was hardly any left. I got strawberry. These are still on offer for £1 there for my dad, because I've got a packet of them. I got some loose white mushrooms, because I'm going to have mushrooms as well tomorrow. I thought I'd picked up 2 strawberry. I got a vanilla, but I don't mind the vanilla, I just prefer the strawberry. This was on offer as well, charcoal white. Charcoal's really good. Like, they had my favourite toothpaste on offer, and if it's still on offer next time I go and I remember, I'll pick one of them up as well. But this is the one I'm going to use next. Great, it's going to fall. Then I ran out of tea lights. Well, I ended up with about 4, and I've been kind of siphoning them off. That isn't the right word. I've been really stingy with them, and I've been using my Yankee ones, which don't get the flame high enough to melt the wax. So now I've got these. Happy, and I think they're only £2. Now I had to get this because it's unicorn Cosmic Unicorn limited edition. I think it's 2 for 140 or 90p each. And it's got cleaning liquid on, because this leaked all over my carrier bag, even though it's done up tight, so I don't know where it came out, but how did it come out of that? I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to get this, and when I was in Asda the other day, it was £2.50, and it was £1.50 in Tesco. The other ones, God, the Aldi spray that I got is in Ocean as well, because it's over here. Can you see? Can you see it? There you go, Ocean. I must like Ocean. So I picked that up, even though I don't need any more multi-purpose cleaners. I mean, I've got a Method one out. I've got my Marks & Spencer's one out, which is my favourite one. And then, what's that brand without going up to it? Oh, God. Astonish. So I don't really need it, but I wanted it because I've heard good things about it. This is the third item for the 3 for 120. Got chicken stock to make gravy, because the only fresh gravy they had is the vegetarian one that I've already got, and I keep putting oxos in. This was a £5, but it had £3 off. I would never pay £8 for that. The next size down was £4 with £1 off, so I got this because it worked out better. That'll last me ages because I only put it in with my bedding. The last packet that was left on the shelf for £1. These are still half price. I got one before Christmas. I don't know where it is though. I need to put it in the bathroom with the bath, because I've got my mermaid one, which actually ran out today. But this smells literally like coconut, and not that horrible fake coconut smell. Look at all them. These are like the best tissues for when you've got a cold, and all of them were on offer. I think you saved something like £2.50 by buying the big pack. They were £3 instead of £5.50. How many packs are there? 24. That's crazy. My dad's got a lot of tissues at the office because I bought him a big giant pack. I think there's as many as this in them. I think, look, I got them from B&M for £1.50. But he can have some of these, and I'm going to keep some of these as well. And this is the last item actually. I've got some bubble envelopes that are like half this size, and I needed one this size, so it was £1 for 3, which is expensive, but if you bulk buy it's cheaper, but I don't really need to buy 100, so just need one. So yeah, that's everything I got, and as I said, it was quite expensive for what I got. Like, if you saw how much I got from Aldi for a similar price, this isn't much. Although yes, there's like cleaning products, there's that, and there's that, but yeah, that's it. This is nowhere near as good as the one I had at Christmas. I think it's fizzy. I mean, look at the fizz on that. But then again, it was corked and the other one wasn't corked. But it's nowhere near as nice. Nowhere near. If that was a 10 out of 10, this is like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. What do people generally do at 1:30 in the morning? A, go to bed, or B, get the dip out with these 3 stars. Hopefully I like them because they're not your typical crisps. Corn and vegetable tortilla stars. I've got these pyjamas on, which you would have seen in a haul. I did have my onesie on, but because I've had alcohol and because I need to go to the toilet a lot, that came off. I forgot to show you my shopping earlier. I mean, not my shopping, my ice cream. So Häagen-Dazs salted caramel. It won't focus, but I've just got it out of the freezer. When I got home, it was literally soft enough to eat, but obviously I weren't going to eat it then. I'm watching EastEnders at 1:45 in the morning. It's 3 AM and I'm just about to take all this off and get in bed. I've still got a temperature in my face, like the redness isn't makeup. I'm really hot, with full on temperature. So tomorrow if I'm ill, I'm not going to know if it's a hangover or illness or both. Look at those lashes. Guess who's awake again? It's dark outside. I'm not let down. Morning everyone, or afternoon, whatever you want it to be, it can be. I've just had a shower and put my onesie on because why the hell not? I feel super nauseous. I'm about to cook black pudding and I feel sick. Oh, what caught my eyes? Yeah, I've not edited any of this week's vlog, even though I put all the clips together that I had up until around Thursday together, and it was an hour 20, and I was meant to do it yesterday, but I'm going to do it today. And then once all that's edited, which is going to take a long time, I'll add on what I've filmed since then and edit, and then do the final edit Monday when I've got whatever I filmed Sunday. I've got one video I can use Sunday, or one that's almost finished, and I want to do the one that's almost finished, but if I'm going to do it, it has to be finished today so I can edit today so I can upload that one overnight. If I don't manage to do it, then the other one that's on my phone will get uploaded after editing it, and that one instead, because that one's finished and I don't need to do anything for it. Anyway, I think the dog there. Trying to not put my belly in because I've put loads of weight on, and I can see it in different clothes. Like, I can't see it in this because this is loose, but when I had, like, you know, last night I had like pyjama leggings and a t-shirt on. The t-shirt was way too tight and you could see. So I'm getting rid of all the crap food before Monday, because Monday I'm going back to how I normally eat, which means I will lose the weight slowly, but I'll lose it if I eat the way I typically eat. I just need to cut down on the sugary drinks. That's my pitfall really, but when I feel ill, that's all I really want. I really want to get some stuff done today. Don't know what, There's always stuff to do, but I'm always either ill or down, or that mirror's not straight. So I'm gonna do something. What exactly, I don't know, but if I get something done, I'm happy.